you kind of wonder about if this all comes down to money, because as you know, every time you get a new phone, you have to get 3 new chargers to match all of your devices because the old ones no longer work. Is this just coming down to Apple trying to protect one of their money-making machines here?
Yeah, I don't think so particularly. I actually think this is pretty cut and dry, and this is the rare case where I don't think Apple did anything wrong, right? I mean, Apple just has their proprietary Lightning port. They've had it already, what is it? It's 2020. The last connector change was 8 years ago in 2012. They come out with their own connector because they say it works best with their ecosystem, right? I don't really think there's a problem with that. There's no reason for Apple to use USB-C or another type of USB just because Samsung or Huawei or the other big sellers in Europe use it.
So, Mark, it was interesting because Apple was saying that this type of regulation on a simple thing such as a charger could stifle innovation instead of help it. What's the case for that?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. When Apple moved to the Lightning connector back in 2012, their argument for doing so was the previous 30-pin connector, which was quite a bit wider, also very proprietary. They had used that for over a decade prior to the switch, but was too big for the smaller devices that they wanted to make. And there's going to become another time in this process of technology where they're going to have to change that connector again. I think the next wave is no connector, right? So you're going to see a time where Apple's removing the connector and there's going to be some sort of proprietary mechanism to get in the phone for troubleshooting and such. And there's no way Apple's going to be able to move to a standard there because they're inventing new technology in order to make it completely wireless. So I think Apple's argument is actually pretty sound on this one.